All right, welcome, guys. Sean here with Blue Ridge Silverhound. So we're going to dive into the Monday market report data for last week. So we're going to take a look at some of the more interesting, intriguing, relevant auctions from GreatCollections.com. Generally the website that we use every week to help gauge the health of the modern graded market, and along that same course, the entire market in general. So we're going to take a look at not only investment quality coins or premier pricey, anything over $1,000 type coins, but also registry sets. Registry sets have been getting all sorts of just huge hype and news here lately. A lot of people getting into it, and we're just going to kind of dive into various different areas of numismatics that's really making some headway here recently. So we're like knocking on the door to springtime. Generally, this time of year, very active coin season, going all the way up till I would suspect right around Memorial Day. Things taper off after that, as folks kind of like take a step back and they go out and enjoy like summer activities. Coins is definitely the last thing on our minds. So this will give you a little bit of kind of a look as to what the market's doing currently, and we have quite a list. We got 23 coins this week, quite a few, more so than usual that we'll look at. All right, so before we jump into those particular selections, I want to let you guys know I sell on the platform Whatnot, and they are the fastest growing live social media auction website. They are probably at the very top, beating out some pretty stiff competitions with good reason. They are trustworthy. A lot of the sellers that are on the platform do a great job. They sell premium items, and there's a lot of chances to come away with getting some of these coins at a much cheaper price. And to help that along, I'm giving away $15 for anyone that wants to sign up today. If you haven't signed up, now's your opportunity. We have the QR code on screen that you could scan with your smartphone, but we also have the links down below in the description box and pinned in the comments section. If you scan that, sign up under me, you get $15 off your first item, whatever it may be. Of course, being on the platform, coming by and saying hi to myself, because we do shows 3-4 times a month. Come by and say hi. We'll talk shop like we normally do. But overall, great platform. Check it out. This is going to be a really big deal in the foreseeable future, as it's the newest trend in collecting. All right, thank you for holding tight on that. All right, so we're going to go ahead and take a look. Formative years. The anniversary date by itself, it doesn't have to necessarily be a variety. Man, these things have been kind of like shaking up the numismatic world, but more so on the graded side of things. Not only on varieties, but also the registry set system. Folks are looking for the top-notch coins of these. And some of you may not be aware, they really did not do a good job at the overall quality of the circulating business strike coins. Don't really know why. Both the Philadelphia and Denver Mints really kind of dropped the ball on the, what is the 100-year anniversary of the Lincoln Cent. It was quite an important release few years ago. I actually can't believe this is 16 years old as of this year, but these things have been popping up, and the price tags are absolutely insane on them. What we have here is the LP2, is what it's affectionately referred to on the U.S. Mint kind of like catalog number classification. Formative years, it's where Lincoln's sitting on the log reading a book. Now, this particular one is a variety. It's the double to die reverse FS802. There's like 1 to 200 double to die reverses for this particular design, and there's only a few of them that are recognized in the Cherry Picker's Guide, and that's what the FS listed number is. So this particular example is graded by PCGS in the Mint-State 67 red. If you were to look at any other date of Lincoln Cent, you would need like a 68, there are a few dates where a 69 is where you need to be for those high-powered registry sets. But for a lot of the anniversary coins of 2009, 67 is the top grade, and that's kind of wild to imagine that, the quality, again, was a little bit subpar compared to some of the other dates where you have 68s and 69s very prevalent. Now, this particular one, variety aside, it's a nice coin. It's going to be desired for a registry set, and desired it was. They ended up hammering for $2,025. And that price tag alone beats out a lot of the other coins on the list. I mean, quite a few of them, some quite shocking ones too. So you'll see exactly what I mean as we go on through the list here for the week. The next one that we have here, 1972 Lincoln Cent Doubled Die Obverse. I mean, this one needs no introduction. It's the big variety, for 1972. And, this one rivals the 69S, the 70S, as far as doubling goes. It's some of the strongest that you will encounter. They are just continuing to shoot up in the secondary market as folks are beginning to really wake up to the possibilities of these coins and their future potential as a result. So as you can see, the doubling is second to none. This one, is pretty much naked eye visible for a lot of folks. So, kind of crazy that this one ended up selling less. And that's even in a Mid-State 66 Plus red, CAC green stickered as well. $1,833.75. A couple $100 less than the 2009 formative years coin we just looked at. Again, I mean, that is a shocker. Next one that we have here, 1960D, small date Lincoln Memorial Cent. This is the small date variant. It is not the most desired. The Philadelphia small date is the more desired out of the two, but again, when we're talking registry sets, it's really in that grade number. This one, NGC grades out at a Mid-State 68 red. Sure, NGC top pop coins, they have a lot of relevancy in the registry sets as well. So this one sold for $1,013.62, just coming in over our $1,000 threshold for the Monday Market Report videos. We also have this 1956, also graded by NGC in a Mid-State 67 Plus red, further kind of like confirming the how tough Philadelphia 1950s coins can be, the quality, and I've said this on multiple occasions, the quality is just not there on the Philadelphia coins during this decade. So this one also accompanied by CAC certification as well. That's always good to see. Ended up selling for $1,923.75. So the last three coins, aside from the 2009 and through the first four coins is the high dollar kind of value so far. Now, we can't really say the same about the next one here. We have a 1953D. This one is a Mid-State 67 Plus red, it's a tough one. It can be. I think the Philadelphia is comparatively much more difficult to find in the same grade. I think 67 is the high watermark for a 53. But anyways, this one is a registry set necessity, and because of that, there's not too many of these, and the price indicates that at $6,525, showing that there was just a lot of people that really needed this one into their collection. Next one that we have here, 1947, the Philadelphia 1940s coins. They were all very well struck, and they look good. They got good luster and things like that. This particular one right here is in a 67 red, very nice, beautiful orangey red. It's a true stunner for sure, and it's a pretty good date. It's not a rarity by any stretch, but there are certain dates where they do command a little bit more respect. This is a good one here. So, second coin that beats out the 2009 Lincoln from the very first coin from today's list. This one ended up selling for $2,054.25. I can only imagine how much this one would sell for if it had a CAC certification sticker on it. Probably $2,500, $3,000. And 36S, can be a little bit tough, especially in the higher grades. We have this one here that popped at a 67 plus red. And, it is what it is. It's, we're getting into progressively tougher dates here. And it's going to be something that, if it's needed, it's going to be hotly kind of pursued. And, with that being said, a lot of registry set participants, they hang out on Great Collections website looking for big chaser coins that traditionally doesn't come out into the market except maybe once or twice a year. This is like one of those examples here. So this one ended up selling for $5,175. Okay, not at all surprised. Same with the 33 that you have here. This is 33 and 33D, by far two of my favorite dates within the Lincoln Cent series. And double threes, they're my thing. I love 1888 coinage. I love 1933s. They have kind of like a special place in my heart because they were coins that I started to collect into 20 plus years ago. And there's just something about the date that really resonates with me. There's nothing. I didn't know anyone that was born in 1933 or anything like that. I just like the date. I like it more than 1922. So it just it holds a little bit of a special place in my heart. As far as what I've collected back in the day. So this one right here, Mid-State 67 plus full red, okay, a true gem, and a scarcity too. I mean, I've owned a 65 red 33 before, and I wish I had it back, and that's two and a half grade points lower than this one. So you can imagine just the huge discrepancy in price. CAC certified as well, $7,180.88 was the finale on this particular coin. All right, so now we're going to make our way to nickels. Believe it or not, we actually have some Jefferson nickels to kind of share with you today. All stemming from the short series Silver Wartime series. And I am beyond floored that these coins are just slowly gaining in popularity to the point where they're being recognized every week on reports like these. So we have a 45S, somewhat more tougher date, but you can't really put one over the other within this series. Even the S minted coins, they're not terrible. They can be a little bit tougher. There are some that have less full steps kind of features to them. Like 45S is one of those dates that we know as being notorious to find with pretty weak steps, and that's what this one is here. However, it's a mid-state 68. So there's kind of the trade-off. It does have light tones, all throughout on the reverse and obverse of the coin, which kind of gives it a very nice, attractive, outside of the box feel to it. So this one sold for $1,182.38. Okay, not too bad. In a 68, if it was a 68 full steps, we'd be talking a different tune here. But, this one, nothing wrong with it. Very attractive coin. 44S as well, a little bit tougher. However, man, that grade, even though it's NGC, Mid-State 68 with 5 full steps, and it looks every bit of that. This thing is incredibly hammered, as are most of these Silver Wartime coins are. They are generally very well struck, and they are flashy. This one looks great. It's a great type piece. It's a great registry set coin. This one has multiple applications for its collectability. This one sold for, $1,182.38. The 45S that we saw before, $1,053. So I think I gave you wrong information there on that. $1,053 for the previous coin, $1,182.38 for the one you see here. And we also have 43P, quite arguably the most common date of the series, higher mintage than all the others. This one also coming in as a Mid-State 68 with 5 full steps, very well struck, very lustrous. It's got kind of a granularity to it that is quite normal on this one compared to any other date. So this one here sold for $1,293.75. So beautiful coin. Nice little trio of silvers. All right, not quite silver, but we know the doubled Monticello, or as I like to call it, the doubled Monty, is incredibly incredible. This one in the Mid-State 65 and in a PCGS Old Green Holder was at Generation 3 or whatever it is. So yeah, I mean, really cool. This is something that one day I'm going to afford a much higher grade specimen, outside of like VFXF, which, I have like a dozen of them at that grade level. And it's like, well, they're all kind of the same at that grade level. But when you have one that's like mid-state, that you could see a lot more of the splitting and notching and all that stuff on the reverse. And I just couldn't have it any other way. So this one, there were two. There was also a Mid-State 64 that sold here this past weekend. This is the highest grade. The two, $1,237.50. And a couple Buffaloes, 3070 three-legger. I mean, it's a staple of a coin for the 20th century. So when they do pop up and, the grade is worthy to talk about, well, we will bring it up. Like this one, NGC pegged as a Mid-State 64, and it's just dropped down gorgeous. I've seen many XF and AU coins, and they're awesome. They're good, and if you're looking for a higher end coin, they are a little bit affordable. $1,000, $1,500 will get you a suitable AU condition coin. But there's just something to be said about mid-state. Like the doubled Monty. You just gotta have one, and it's a great highly liquid coin for any portfolio, and you won't go wrong with something like this. $7,201.12 was that sale price, and what can I say? It's worth it. It's worth all that every day of the week. We have a couple incredibly tougher dates, and these things are like night and day. I mean, compared to that three-legger, quality-wise, we get into the mid-20s. Branch Mint, Denver, San Francisco coins, and they just plain straight out suck. Now, this one's an AU58, so this one had definitely circulated for a bit, but 26S is what we consider to be the key date of the series. Some would say it's the 13 Type 2S, or the 13S Type 2, which is fine, but more of the baked-in value with that is the fact that it's low mintage. The 26S is not the lowest mintage. The 31S, in comparison, has a much lower mintage than the 26S. But in any event, it's a highly desired coin because so few of them were saved at the highest state of preservation. So AU58, CAC certified. I'm willing to bet you guys think that this one wasn't a lot of money, but it was. $4,812.75. So, when you get to when you get to a point where the coin has a full legible date and most of the horn on the on the Buffalo on the reverse, that's where these things shoot high up, because it's the devil's in the details when it comes to these. So this one certainly hits the mark. It's kind of like the best compromise, because once it hits mid-state, these things are 10 grand and higher. And if you don't have that, then you're going to have to, figure out a way to get a presentable coin into your collection. And that's where this one kind of falls in there. So $4,800. Not at all surprised at that. And the same goes for our 24S here. Just a well-struck, better piece. Sans the luster. The luster during the 20s was not good, but the strike on the 24S is leagues further than the 26S, no doubt, as you can see here. What is not too good is the details on Black Diamond, the Buffalo on the reverse. It's just not great. It looks like it doesn't even have a horn. It's that softly struck. So this particular one right here is sold for $2,593.12, all for a coin that grades out AU58. No CAC certified on this. If that were the case, it would sell for nearly the 26S money. A few Mercury dimes, good ones to keep an eye out on here with some originality. The color is awesome on these. We have our 45S Micro S. So they use the micro, smaller San Francisco mint mark on these, on a few of them. They're actually very easy to find if you're going through scrap silver, but tough to find if you're looking for mint state. That's what this one is here. In a 67 full bands, very well struck. This one sold for $2,037.38. We also have a 43D, very common date, but who could argue with the Mid-State 68 plus full bands? That is tops in my book. A 69 would be absolutely incredible, but, alas, there is no Mid-State 69 for a 43D. So this one right here would be a good one for a registry set for a nice higher-end collection in general. So this one sold for $1,807 and a penny. And we kind of know why this one is on the list. The color, it's dynamite. It's electric. 1939D, not a scarce date for sure, but the toning and its uniqueness is what really made this one. Now, it's graded by PCGS in one of their cool-looking early style 30th anniversary holders, the old OGHs. This one is a Mid-State 68 plus, full bands, CAC certified, insane grade. Man, this thing is wow. Really nice. $4,275. And yes, it's worth every bit of that. Okay, and if you say no, I am going to test you on it, because this one here is a bomb, a true magnificent specimen. We're going to end things off here on a few quarters. 32D, the big key date. This one's got some crusty originality with some toning in a Mid-State 65 by PCGS. $7,032.38. They all get pricey. I mean, the ones that we've seen here lately are all graded in 64 slabs. So this is a 65 one in that we haven't seen in quite a minute. So there you go. $7,000 coin staring at you in the face. 28S Standing Liberty Quarter. The SLQs, just hot. They're hot right now, but they have to grade a certain way. This one is a 66 with full head, very well struck, and CAC certified as well. So this one sold for $3,849.75. We also have a 1923 Philly in a 66 full header. Beautiful originality. Got a little bit of kind of light toning on the reverse, which is cool. Virtually nothing on the obverse. So yeah, I mean, beautiful coin. $3,150 on that particular piece. We also have 18S, nice earlier date here from San Francisco, coming in at a blistering high Mid-State 67, but no full head. Okay, these particular dates after the Type 2 1917s, quality kind of drops off a little bit on the strikes to where you don't get that, the full hair curl and the little ear hole in Lady Liberty, which makes up the full head kind of designation. This one is missing all that. And let's see, we ended up with a $7,144.88 sale on this one, and we had to leave the best one for last. Okay, we've covered so many of this next coin in just really low-end dog poop condition. But here is what a Mid-State 67 full head 1916 Standing Liberty quarter would look like, with a little bit of some of that toning on there, hitting the highest points of all the devices. Keeping in mind it's a coin with a paltry mintage of only 52,000. A fair number of them have been lost just due to wear, because these things did not wear very well. So the date would be obliterated. You'd have to find other ways to figure out if you do indeed have the coin, which can be done. I've done a video on how to identify a dateless 1916. You guys ought to check it out. It's somewhere in the deep lexicon of Blue Ridge Silverhound videos. But yeah, if you haven't seen a beautiful high-grade Mid-State coin for a 1916. Lo and behold, we have one here for you folks to end off the video with a price tag to match. If you wanted this one, it would set you back $75,937.50 all together. And you're going to have to pay for the shipping, for insurance, and the whole 9 yards. It is not a cheap coin to acquire. However, it is the dream of every cherry picker out there to find one of these in some collection, and just really hitting multiple home runs and grand slams. It's going to make your year. You're going to be the MVP and of your coin collecting group. Yeah, really cool to see one of these in this grade. That's going to go ahead and wrap things up. Information. This video is for educational use only, not financial advice. Please collect and or grade your coins very responsibly. And I'm your host, Sean, with Blue Ridge Silverhound. Thank you guys for tuning in. This was a lot of fun. A lot of cool coins this week. Those Silver War nickels, man, gotta love them. Still easy to find out there in various condition, raw. So it's a lot of fun. Go ahead, check those out. That's it. I'm out of here. Thank you guys again. I hope to see you on the next coin video. Until then, keep on collecting, my friends. So long.